time it is. Marvin Devine, Hoover, Axel, and you know how we do. Yeah, I got the juice. Whip game cool, make them look like cool. Always play cool, that's the biggest rule. Forget what they doing, keep on doing. I've been making loot since like 22. Ask me how I made it right here in the booth. I'm always pursued cause of what I pursue. That's greatness, yeah, I gotta make it, I got things to lose. Boy, wanna get in my groove, but you can't get in my crew. Me, Axel, and Hoover, way too fireable. When this joint drop, better call the troops. And when you hear the drop, better raise the roof. Better raise the roof. You already know what happens when we link up. Let's go. Yeah, I got the
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching. Welcome to another edition of Kidney Hub East Africa. I am half your host, Steve the Kidney Nurse. I'm not sure what happened to the other host, my partner, brother Moses Kennedy, also known as the Kidney Ambassador. I hope he's well. I have not heard from him, so I hope he got the link and will soon sign on. But the show must go on. And I want to welcome anyone who's new to the broadcast, and I'd like to thank the thousands of warriors in East Africa who watch this show. Thank you for your support. Now, today, I'm going to discuss treatment options for kidney failure. Now, we know there's treatment options for kidney failure. You have transplant, you have in-center dialysis, or in-center hemo, you have home dialysis, peritoneal, home hemo, and then you got something called conservative therapy management. And y'all might be wondering, what is conservative therapy management? And because they don't talk about that much, right? I think we should possibly start off with that first, because conservative therapy management can lead into palliative or hospice care. Now, when someone's told that they got to see a kidney doctor, and they go get examined and assessed, and they find out, let's say they in stage 3, because 9 out of 10 people have stage 3 kidney disease and don't even know it. And there's 5 stages. So when you go to the doctor and you find out you're in one of those stages, the doctor starts talking about treatment options. Let's say you find out you in stage 4. And the doctor start talking about, hey, let's think about the treatment options, because if it goes to stage 5, we're going to have to treat your kidney failure. And most people, in fact, the majority, are new to this. Not unless you know someone or have a relative that dealt with it and you've seen the process they went through. But if that hasn't happened in your life, you don't know the process of dialysis unless you did your own research. You don't know that process from a can of paint. And so the doctor say, we got to think of some treatment. And then next thing you know, you going home and you looking online at dialysis, because he mentioned something about dialysis. You go into the chat groups on social media and say, at stage so-and-so, and Dr. Sandler had to start dialysis. And then guess what? Next thing you know, you got people throwing in all these their opinions. Oh, you should do peritoneal home dialysis. I do that. Or you should do home hemo. You got people weighing in. I go to in-center. And now you don't know what to think. And you know, deep down, you don't want to do any of it. You want to fight. And put my ring around. You want to fight. You want to battle. You want to slay this disease. But they're telling you, you got to go on dialysis. These are options. Not knowing that there's a treatment option called conservative therapy management. In fact, you don't find this out until after the fact. Now it's too late unless you decide to stop dialysis. And then that's what we're going to talk about with palliative and hospice care. But yes, if you know, you got to find out, you go to doctors, you got stage 3, you find out you're in stage 4, you're like, I want to fight. And I know people who's fighting this battle until the wheels fall off. And but you say, Steve, how are they fighting this? How are they doing this? Well, look, reducing or eliminating salt, watching your diet. When I say watching your diet, cholesterol, saturated fats, monitoring your blood sugar. I mean, really monitoring, especially if you got diabetes or hypertension, because those are the 2 leading causes of kidney failure. They're the 2 leading causes. Exercise. Going to get checkup to make sure, know where your numbers at. But you have to be really, really intentional when you do. And see, the doctors, they're going to give you medication like what they call an ACE or ARB. And these are certain pressure medicines that have you urinating, right? And another part of the medicine protects your kidneys from spilling protein. And you want to be really serious when you manage it. Again, you got to be intentional. I know folks that are doing it and staying off dialysis. And there's a supplement that I use as a person with kidney disease stage 2 called Renadil. Now, this is not the show to get into Renadil, which is a probiotic. And what it does, the type of probiotic it is, the bacilla, whatever they call those, is in your stomach, and it's that certain bacteria, which is good bacteria, is eating the bad bacteria, which is the waste and the toxins. And instead of that waste and the toxins filtering through your kidneys, putting a lot of workload on them, and they already diseased, you want to ease the workload. And that's where Renadil comes in, and it eats some of that nitrogenous waste and toxins out of your blood and eliminates it through the stools when you have a bowel movement. That's how it's eliminated out, just like potassium is. When they give you certain pills like Valtessa, or just like phosphorus with the phosphorus binders. They tell you when you eat, as soon as you take that first bite, you take that phosphorus binder, and what it does, it binds the phosphorus in your gut. So now you can eliminate that phosphorus out of your system through your bowel movements. And so conservative therapy, they're watching and managing your kidney disease, and you're doing everything you can to keep them numbers from progressing. I seen people at stage 5 at 10%, still not on dialysis. They watching their diet. They doing keto diet, vegan, exercising, making sure they preserving whatever function they got left. And if it does happen, they already psychologically and mentally have a plan in place. Now, if you're at 10%, let me say this. If you're at 10% kidney function and you doing everything you can to stay off, you should, and you thinking about a transplant, there is something called preemptive transplant. They also don't tell you about that. Some may, but a lot of people don't know about preemptive transplant, where I believe it's below, 20%? Don't quote me. But when your GFR gets down to a certain percentage, if you got somebody who wants to donate to you, like a relative or a friend, you can get a kidney if they match, or just get yourself on the list. So if it does get to a point where if you do got to go on dialysis, at least you ahead of the game. You ahead of the game. Because most people, they so worried and land in dialysis and don't know about the transplant. They find out after they started dialysis. Now they got to go through the workup. At least if you're then you can, and you're keeping yourself healthy and you got your numbers, steady, and you healthy, that's when you go and get on the list. If the only thing is that is you're dealing with is kidney disease, because maybe diabetes or hypertension, or even both, because I know people who got both, and that is in control, Go and get on the list while you can now. But with conservative therapy, they're going to do everything they can to keep you off dialysis. I mean, you're pretty much going to ride this process till the wheels fall off. And once it gets to a point in conservative therapy where they can't do no more and the disease advanced, and now it's causing problems for you, anemia, shortness of breath. Now you're starting to get fatigue, nausea, vomiting, puffiness in the ankles, metallic taste in your mouth. Now you got to make a decision. Are you going to do treatment? Or are you going to let these symptoms overtake you and call it a day? And this is where palliative and hospice care comes in. Because, see, people with kidney disease are strong. They are. That's why we call them kidney warriors. They take on a lot, from your access not working in your arm or the catheter, to multiple appointments, to feeling 1 minute you feel well, next minute it's like a roller coaster ride. Ask anyone dealing with this disease on dialysis and ask them how you've been doing with this. How's this disease? They're like, it's like a roller coaster. 1 minute I feel good, 1 minute I feel bad. Oh, them damn chain. Let me get it right. But yeah. So it take on a lot, right? And then sometimes the pain and stress, of serious illness may become too much. And see, that's why you see some people on dialysis and they be in the group and they say, I had enough. I think I'm going to check into stopping dialysis. And then that's where you see people coming out of the woodwork. They're coming out of the woodwork. Why are you going to do that? Don't do it. I'm going to pray for you. What about your kids? What about your family? All these different opinions. And they could be putting guilt on the person that know that this is already a hard decision to make. However, let's make no mistakes. The decision to do any treatment option, whether you decide to do dialysis or you don't, that's a personal decision. Ain't nobody's business. Their family, yes, but anybody outside the family, like people in the chats and the groups, that ain't none of your business if they decide to stop dialysis or not stop. So you have people criticizing people for making these type of choices. And they don't have to go to the chat room and say that, but some people, they feel connected to do that, hoping they'll get support. So a disease might take a turn for the worse. Who is somebody else to measure somebody else's pain and how they deal with a certain condition? Your overall health may decline. You've been on dialysis 15, 20 years. Maybe you got serious bone disease. Maybe you have another condition, maybe CA. And now you're dealing with two conditions that are serious: kidney failure and cancer. And now you're like, oh my God. Now we don't know about the anxiety level that this person is dealing with. You don't know what people are dealing with once they turn the app off and they by themselves, especially if they don't have any family. It ain't like you sitting there at 4 or 5 in the morning, 3 in the morning with that person, consoling them. It just may be tired. This is where palliative and hospice care come in. Now, how does that work? Palliative care and hospice care are two different but similar treatment options. Both are treatments for people with serious medical problems. Their goal is easing pain, stress, and worry, something that plagues many people with kidney disease. Let me repeat: pain. You can't measure nobody's pain by looking at them. That's why they got the pain scale. From a scale from 0 to 10. 0 being no pain, and 10 being extreme pain. And then the type of pain you have could be chronic, meaning all the time, or acute. Like right now, I have acute pain in my neck on this left side. Even though I look like I'm doing the right, it's not chronic where it always happened. It just started last night, and maybe the way I slept. That's why when you sleep, your body got to be in alignment. So, again, easing pain, stress, and worry. And so what happens, a team will work with you and your family, a hospice team. And they may offer the following services: the right medicines, especially for the pain, anxiety, and stress, counseling and support, help dealing with grief, change, and loss, help you connect meaningfully with loved ones, spiritual guidance, help getting affairs in order for you and your loved one, support for family and friends during and after your illness, and more. Now let's look at how the difference between palliative care and hospice care. Okay, and palliative care is also called supportive care. Now let's look at the difference. When should I think about this? Either palliative or hospice. When should I? Now, with palliative care or supportive care during any stage of a serious illness. What about hospice? When should you think about this treatment? Usually it's during the last stages of a serious illness, usually about 6 months. And like I said, I got stage 2. Now I want to fight, do everything I can to keep it there. But if somehow it advances, I can get some type of illness and they can exacerbate it. And I get to a point and they say you need dialysis. I'm going to be very, very blunt with you. Steve the Kidney Nurse is going into hospice. Because that's it. And I want to tell my daughter, we're going to find a hospice that's got near some trees and I got a window, a room. And look out in a very therapeutic environment. Because I don't want to, you know how I say people, you be at home and pass away at home around family. As much as I probably would want to be at home, but I don't want pass away at my house and my, family got to remove the body. That happened with my dad. I mean, it didn't shook me or anything like that. And he passed away in his sleep. It wasn't like we knew it was going to happen and all the family came and stood around the bed. It wasn't like that. He was asleep watching TV. But yeah, I'm going to hospice, fam. Load me up, put me on whatever. I'll be listening to my music. And, daily meditation until they're ready to call me home. So where can I get this care? Where can you get palliative or hospice care? So with palliative care, your options may include the hospital, an inpatient facility, outpatient clinic, or at home. Now, with hospice care, hospice is usually given in your home. If you are uncomfortable or unstable, care can be provided in hospice centers, hospitals, or nursing home. No, I'm not going into a nursing home. I'm going to a hospice care where you have hospice nurses. And by me being a nurse, hopefully, and they should look out for everybody, but hopefully I can get a little extra care. You know what I'm saying? If that was to happen, I'm not what you call it. I'm not visualizing that or I'm not trying to bring that into existence. Okay. Now, what will these services do for you? So with palliative care, and listen, and with this can apply to brothers and sisters in East Africa. Now, I don't know that's why we missing Brother Moses, that component to tell me if patients decided to stop dialysis there, do they have like a hospice service? See, that's something I can't answer. But what will it do for me? Palliative care. What palliative care It improves the quality of your life. It treats your symptoms and pain, letting you carry on with usual activities. This could include medications and therapies to give relief. Now, with hospice, the main goal is to relieve your pain. This is usually done with strong medications. Many times, this means stopping the medical treatments which are causing discomfort, like dialysis. So some people feel like dialysis is causing discomfort. Like I said, they may have been on 10, 15 years, and they're ready. How long will the support last? In palliative care, care will continue until you have symptom relief, your disease is under control, or you want to start hospice. Now, how long will your support last for hospice? Care will continue through the end of your life. Now, can I remain on dialysis? Can I remain on dialysis? For palliative care, yes. The goal is control your symptoms and provide relief. So if you're doing dialysis right now and you in pain, I just thought about this. The spirit just hit me. And you may need some pain meds, and you may have issues with the doctor because they may feel like you abusing it or whatever, but you know you're in pain. You may want to consider palliative care, because then the shift may change. You work with a palliative care team, and if you always in pain, they may give you something strong than what a regular PCP, personal care provider or physician, may give you, because now you're doing palliative care. Remember, the goal of palliative care is to improve the quality of your life. Now, if you working and you in pain, how you going to work and be in pain? Some people work and in pain, and they don't know about palliative care. That don't mean you got to stop dialysis. That means that they trying to improve the quality of your life. Treat your symptoms and pain. That's the goal. Letting you carry on with usual activities. Now, if I heard that, I'd be like, damn, Steve, wait a minute. You got something here. You may got something here. And I didn't think about it until now. It just came to me. That's how the spirit works. Because a lot of people I know on dialysis want something for pain. You know how you go to the hospital and they say, oh, you pain seeking? And then this is where that racial disparity comes in. I'm like, what are you talking about, Steve? You know that false narrative where they say, oh, Black women or Black men have a high tolerance of pain. Excuse me. My apologies, Facebook and YouTube. I was thinking I was on TikTok. And my apologies to TikTok if you're watching. But that's not the case. Pain is pain. I don't care if you red, white, blue, yellow. Pain is pain. If you give pain medicine to one race, give it to the other. It ain't no, oh, they got high tolerance. And so if you run into that, Let's, as they say, when it comes to laws and stuff, let's see if there's a loophole. A loophole. Back door. Oh, let me see if I can apply for palliative care. Now that throws you in a whole different category. And you don't have to do palliative care to go to hospice. No, that's not the goal. You want to get something to improve the quality of your life. And again, palliative care treats your symptoms and pain, letting you carry on with your usual activities. And they say this could include medications and therapies to give relief. Hello. Let me get a high five. So if you're in that situation, you're in pain constantly, and they don't want to treat your pain, you running up against brick walls, nobody's listening to you. Now it's time not to suffer in silence. Ask your doctor about palliative care, if it's right for you. And that way you can get some stronger medicines and regulate your pain management. Now, can you remain on, if you're on dialysis and you decide to do palliative care or supportive care, can you remain on dialysis? Yes, absolutely. The goal is control your symptoms and provide relief. But see, you're not going to know this because no one is explaining or telling you this. You got some crazy black guy on here spewing it out, saying it, who happens to be a nurse. Do research. When you find out you have kidney disease or kidney failure, the moment you do that, once I finish this, I want to jump right in here and tell you how, or talk to you about 4 important lessons to learn if you're living with a chronic illness or kidney disease. Now, if you're on hospice and can you remain on dialysis, it depends on your other medical issues. If you have questions, speak to the doctor. But if you're in hospice and you decide you want to start dialysis, I've seen that happen too. We send somebody home on hospice, and 2-3 weeks later, next thing we know, they say, Mr. So-and-so coming back. He decided to stop hospice and come back and do dialysis. Maybe he had a change of heart. Can you still work? When you're doing palliative care, sometimes you may need to take a leave of absence if taking strong medications or getting treatment in the facility. Now, why would they say that? You may need to take a leave of absence if taking strong medications. See, if you wasn't doing palliative care, you'll be dealing with the pain with no medication. Take Tylenol. And you get to a point Tylenol don't work no more. This is where you got to think about, should you do palliative care to treat those symptoms and get stronger medicine. Nobody talks about that. And this is a treatment option. Can you work if you go to hospice? Now, if you're in hospice, it's pretty much a done deal. Not usually. You may find it very difficult to continue working if you stop some of your treatment and or are taking strong pain medicines. I found this out firsthand with a nurse colleague. Brother found out he had colon cancer. And he found out at stage 4. And to a certain point, he had to stop working. Then he got bedridden. And you know what happened after that? Now, who pays for these services? Who pays for palliative care? Who pays for hospice? Most insurance plans, including Medicare and Medicaid. Now, they cover all or part of palliative and hospice care. Now, we're all human. I repeat, we're all human. And we're all mortal. Okay? Eventually, the way we think about our remaining life may change. It may be today, after you listen to this broadcast, or it may be years and years from now. What we hope for might change. We may no longer hope to be cured of our disease and instead just hope that pain and burden would end. We may want to spend our remaining time on our terms. This is when palliative care and hospice care can truly change. This is when palliative and hospice care can truly change the quality of your remaining life. We are all mortal. So if you find yourself in a situation where you just, I just can't do it no more, you're not wrong for thinking that. This is your choice. Again, let me repeat this. We're all human and we're all mortal. Eventually, the way we think about our remaining life may change. It may be today, or it may be years and years from now. What we hope for might change. We may no longer hope to be cured of our disease and instead just hope that pain and burden would end. We may want to spend our remaining time on our terms. This is when palliative and hospice care can truly change the quality of remaining life. That's why you hear people got these fatal diseases. You remember Jack Kevorkian? Assisted, you know what? So you just don't know what a person is going through. And this is not advocating for these services. I'm just telling you, this is a different treatment option, conservative therapy, that can lead to palliative care. You have a right to know and making the right treatment choice. Now, let me go over 4 important lessons one should learn as a person with chronic kidney disease or kidney failure. Listen up with this, because again, you ain't going to get another broadcast coming on here, trying to put this information out there. So, number 1, your illness is serious. Your illness is serious. There are still patients out there who believe they have the not so serious kind of kidney disease. If you don't believe it is serious, you will never make changes to improve your health. This can lead to more serious health problems. Just like if you're walking around here with diabetes or hypertension. Again, that's why I wrote this book, Conquering the Big 3, A Guide to Diabetes, Hypertension, and Kidney Disease. Because if you got diabetes, and it's available on my website, SteveTheKidneyNurse. But if you got diabetes or hypertension and you're not addressing it, because there's people that have them and don't even know they got diabetes or hypertension. Just like 9 out of 10 people have stage 3 kidney disease and don't even know it. But if you don't believe it is serious because you ain't experiencing those symptoms, you will never make changes to improve your health. And this can lead. That's why people I see on some of the feeds or in these groups say, I got stage 4 kidney disease. You just don't jump into stage 4 unless you got a hereditary like polycystic or whatever. But normally if you got diabetes and hypertension, there's symptoms, there's indicators like protein spillage, high blood pressure, A1C high. These are indicators. And it go on for so long, over a period of time. Now you got kidney damage. Number 2, another important lesson. Your condition, whatever you got, is already self-managed. Yes, it is. And what do I mean by that? Every decision you make throughout the day, from what you eat, whether you're going to Wendy's, Popeyes, McDonald's, Whataburger. Yeah, I'm going to throw you in Whataburger down in Texas. So from what you eat to whether you walk or ride the bus has an influence on your health. You're the most important individual in managing your illness. So if you're at home and you just sitting back in the recliner and you eating 3-4 times a day, and you sit back and you on internet eating, and we see somebody who be on internet eating on TikTok. I ain't calling no names. I don't want no smoke. I must be looking like stress eating. But you got to include physical activity. You got to at least incorporate 150 minutes of physical activity, at least 3 times a week, whether it's walking, you out in the yard doing yard work, aerobics, going to the gym. Do something. Even if you go to the store, park near the back and walk. If you at work, walk up the steps if you got that option instead of taking the elevator. Choose to incorporate fresh fruits and vegetables into your meal planning. If you eat, say if you work at a hospital, or if you work somewhere where they have a cafeteria, try to choose the best choices you can. If they got fruit, get some grapes. Some places got like grapes and stuff, cantaloupe, and the thing you can buy. Get a banana. If you're on dialysis, see how much you can get, whether you have a half. But I'm talking about people at risk. Instead of getting fried egg, get a boiled egg if you like eggs. Instead of getting bacon, maybe get, if you got to have the meat, get turkey sausage if they have. And nah, man, I don't like turkey sausage. Then don't eat no sausage. You got people, especially in Maryland, in Baltimore, because this is like a delicacy people like, called Scrabble. High in fat, sodium, and it comes from a pig. As they say, swine. Number 3, another important lesson. You have options. Yes, you do. If you didn't know it, you know it now. You got options. There is rarely one perfect way to treat a condition. Like they say, it's more than one way to skin a cat. There is rarely one perfect way to treat a condition. In the case of kidney failure, for example, patients can be treated through different types of dialysis. Or you don't have to do dialysis. Each type requires different degree of involvement from the patient and length of time and frequency on the machine. Transplantation is also a treatment option. You need to understand the different treatment options available and look at the personal costs and benefits of each. I always say that. Whether it's the cost and benefits or risk or rewards or advantages and disadvantages, it's all the same. Only you can decide if the benefits are greater than the cost. Are the advantages greater than the disadvantages? Are the rewards greater than the risk? What's your lifestyle? And again, in this literature, they mention nothing about conservative therapy. And I don't know why they don't tell patients about that, because it's a treatment option. My reason is, once they get you on dialysis, see, when them machines are running, scales of economies, they making money. Machine running, they making money. The machine running, they making money. It's almost, and I know that these are treatment options, and it's keeping thousands of people alive. But it's the way they go about this. Slashing supplies, old machines, short staffing. These are all the disadvantages you got to worry about inside of a dialysis unit. Again, all knowing your treatment options and what are the risks and benefits. And one of the risks going into in-center dialysis, high rate of infection possibly. Because now you got somebody working with you that may not change their gloves or wash their hands. Delay in treatment, shorter staff. And other unwanted challenges. Maybe the machines they use are old, and you know somebody go to another clinic and they say, oh, we got new machines. And he's like, we got the same machines that I had since I've been here, and I've been here 9-10 years. All they do is change the parts out. You got hydraulics and pumps. Some places say, nah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Patients getting treatment, they meeting KT over V. We ain't getting no new machines. And the last important lesson, the fourth one, you can change your behavior. Yes. Rarely do patients leave the doctor's office and immediately enact whatever change was recommended. The reality is that it often has to be enacted in a series of steps. In a series of steps. Significant behavioral changes, again, significant behavioral changes can be made by setting small goals, taking that first step and figuring out what you can learn about yourself along the way. Let me look at the comments. My apologies. Then we're going to call. It's like 1 minute I got. So let me look at, and I thank everyone who commented through Facebook or YouTube. Latasha Gardner, thank you. Hey, Steve and Moses. Or let me put your comment on there. Hey, Steve and Moses and fam, I'm watching from YouTube. Thank you for watching. Letitia, hey, Steve, my numbers are low. Doc didn't recommend treatment, so I don't want it to get at that point. I learned from you. Oh, hey, thank you. I appreciate you. Letitia says, I'm in more MD, kidney disease. Oh, I'm in B more. Okay, you're right. I used to live in Baltimore. You are absolutely right. It's high, and I don't want you to wait around. I want you to be very proactive, beloved, because it's a lot of clinics especially that one on Greenmount and North Avenue, the DeVita that sits right across from the cemetery. I'm checking out prebiotic. I need because other organs are affected. Absolutely. If you ain't tell us or Urban Family tell us, we won't know. Absolutely. Miss Judy Brady. Thank you for watching. Great information, Steve. Thank you so much. Tabitha, in conservative management, we try as much possible to slow the progress to end stage through diet, exercise. Yep, see? So they doing it in Kenya. They're doing it. So if you believe you can work that instead of going on dialysis right away, I would definitely try it. My numbers affect my liver, and when one organ is affected, two or organs are affected automatically. I got anemia and my ferritin is affected. Yup. I'm riding this till the wheels fall off. See, that's what I'm saying. More than praying. Right. Oh, and see, here go this guy coming up. See, this is this scamming. I bless and worship the name of God on how I got cured from hepatitis B virus. I was diagnosed of hepatitis B virus, and I had tried all I can to get cured, but all to no avail. Just that Facebook type stuff, fam. Let me take that off and delete that comment and block them. Do how they say on TikTok, drop them and block them. Anyway, I don't want to call no names, but y'all know who I'm talking about. He like, moderators, drop them and block them. Not block, block. Urban Fam got me prepared. Thank you, Leticia. Tabitha says, as we do conservative management, many patients are on denial and they keep seeking many opinions, visit many different doctors, visit prayer centers, also start using herbal, which may yes. Tabitha, I got to get you on this show. Seriously. And we got to talk about herbal supplement, because if they doing it over there, and I'm sure that these guys from India, from the ARIAAS, the guy saying they can cure kidney disease, and you see him on Google with his arms folded, with a suit on, saying we can stop kidney disease, no transplant, or herbal supplement, Ayurvedic medicine. And this, you do this, it causes more problems. Some of these herbal supplements have diuretic effects. Stress is pain. All right. Thank you for the comments, Leticia. I appreciate you. And she said, this is why I keep posting your info sessions. And CKD is high on the list of diseases. Miss Judy Brady, thank you. God bless you, Steve. Keep up the good work and stay with your stage. You can do it. I'm trying to. I appreciate your information and support you are giving to people. Thank you so much, Miss Brady. God bless you, and thank you for your support and watching the show. I really appreciate it. And so I want to thank everyone, Tabitha, Miss Judy Brady, Leticia. Thank you for commenting, coming by, as always, on YouTube. I really appreciate it. And that's why I keep doing this. And I hope Brother Moses, please say a prayer for Brother Moses, because I haven't heard from him, and I just hope he's well. Okay, because that's not like him not to reach out to me, especially on the day of the show. So please, Brother Moses, if you're watching, please hit me on the back end. Let me know you're okay. Because, you know, they've been having protests over in Kenya, making it hard for transportation or causing higher prices, you know, and trying to travel. So my prayers are out to Brother Moses. I hope you well. And for everybody else in East Africa, stay blessed and encouraged. Please continue to follow the show. Go to my YouTube page, Steve the Kidney Nurse. Go to Brother Moses' page, the FIGO Initiative on Facebook. Also, you can go to my Facebook page, Steve the Kidney Nurse. And again, we have these books available for patients who are on dialysis, about to start, or who are at risk. Or who are at risk for diabetes, hypertension, and kidney disease. Conquering the Big Three, my latest book. All right. So with that being said, thank you, and thank everyone for watching. Please say a prayer for Brother Moses. If you got dialysis tomorrow or Tuesday, please have a safe treatment and a great evening, night, or day, and stay blessed and encouraged. Thank you again for watching another episode of Kidney Hub East Africa. I am your host, or half the host, Steve the Kidney Nurse. God bless.
Hello, I'm Darren. We have breaking news. More than 600,000 Americans have kidney failure. While the number of people with kidney failure is enormous, the number of people with its precursor, chronic kidney disease, is staggering. An estimated 31 million Americans, or about 10% of the US population. Diabetes and hypertension cause 2/3 of all cases of kidney disease. 1 out of every 3 Americans is at risk for kidney disease, and kidney disease is now among the top 10 causes of death in the United States. In addition, 9 out of 10 people with early to moderate kidney disease don't know they have it, putting their health in jeopardy. Are you at risk? For more information, contact urbankidneyalliance.org. The life you save may be yours.